6 exercises used by Shaolin monks to create phenomenal strength and endurance. Shaolin monks are not just characters from ancient legends or kung fu films, they are real-world warriors who sculpted their bodies into tools of resilience. Without gyms, supplements, or shortcuts, they achieved superhuman strength using only their bodies. Today, you'll discover the very exercises they used to forge endurance and power that modern science is only beginning to understand. But don't miss number 3. It reawakens a primal strength your upper body has forgotten how to access. The number 6 on our list is the legendary horse stance, one of the most iconic and grueling foundations of Shaolin strength. This wasn't just a warm-up or a basic pose, it was a trial. A rite of passage every young monk had to master before they could even begin more advanced training. In ancient temples, students would be ordered to hold this position for hours, sometimes while balancing bowls of water on each hand, the slightest tremble causing a spill and a start from zero. So why did this stance earn such reverence? Because it forged an unbreakable foundation. It ignites the quadriceps, glutes, adductors, and calves into total tension while simultaneously drilling iron-like stability into your core. Unlike most lower body exercises today, which involve reps and movement, the horse stance is a battle against stillness. It teaches the body to generate strength without motion, to create force from within. To get into the stance, position your feet just wider than shoulder width with toes slightly turned outward. Slowly sink your hips as if sitting on an invisible stool, lowering until your thighs are parallel to the ground. Keep your spine tall, chest open, and arms extended straight out or held in a guard position. Now, stay there. Breathe deeply. Engage your entire lower body. Imagine pushing the earth apart beneath your feet while remaining absolutely still. Common errors? Letting the knees drift past the toes, rounding the lower back, or letting your heels lift off the floor. Each mistake dilutes the power of the stance and increases joint strain. The goal isn't just to hold the pose, it's to own it. Even beginner monks were expected to build up to 5 minutes. You can start with 30 seconds for 3 rounds, slowly progressing, but make no mistake, those seconds will feel eternal. Shaolin masters would often test a student's mental endurance here more than physical. In fact, it was said that a true monk's strength was revealed not in how high he could jump, but how long he could remain rooted like a mountain. And once that level of control was achieved, other movements became effortless. They didn't just build strength, they unlocked dominion over their own body. After rock-solid foundation, it's time to harden your upper body. Skipping the next will mean missing the exact method monks used to turn fragile fingers into deadly tools. Number 5 on the list is the astonishing Fingertip Push Up, a movement that feels more like a secret test from a kung fu scroll than a modern exercise. To the Shaolin monks, this wasn't just a strength drill. It was a transformational practice, one that turned the weakest part of the human body, the fingertips, into instruments of iron control and explosive power. The legend says it began with Bodhidharma himself, the monk who brought Zen to China. After 9 years meditating in silence, he noticed his body beginning to weaken. To rebuild his strength without disrupting his spiritual focus, he created short, brutal drills. One of them, push-ups done only on the fingers. At first, it was simply a test of will, but soon it became a cornerstone of Shaolin physical mastery. Here's why it's so revered. Conventional push-ups build the chest, triceps, and shoulders, but when you take away the palms and rely only on the fingers, everything changes. Your wrists, hands, and forearms are forced to fire at maximum capacity. Your core tightens, your balance sharpens. You're no longer just pushing the floor, you're claiming your place above it. To perform it, begin in a high plank with your arms fully extended and fingers spread wide. Lift your palms so only your fingertips touch the ground. Distribute weight evenly across all fingers, not just the index and middle, and lower your body slowly while keeping your spine straight. Beginners can start from the knees or by doing the movement against a wall. What matters most is control. The goal isn't to impress, it's to build. Start with 3 sets of 5 and focus on the quality of each rep. Common errors include letting the elbows flare too far out or collapsing through the wrists. The monks practiced this with surgical precision, knowing that the hands were often the first point of contact in both combat and defense. Over time, advanced monks could perform this using just 2 fingers, and some, it said, with only 1. But that wasn't the real goal. The real goal was to develop extremity strength, power at the edge, so that every strike, block, or grip came from a place of total body integration. Now that your upper body is charged with raw fingertip strength, it's time to master balance under pressure. Miss the next move, and you'll miss the skill that let monks hover while others fell. Coming in at number 4 is the gravity-defying crow pose, a movement that looks almost mystical, but its strength benefits are brutally real. In the Shaolin tradition, this wasn't practiced for show. It was used to develop internal stillness in the midst of chaos, a kind of muscular meditation that reveals how much strength truly lives in your balance. You begin in a deep squat, hands planted firmly on the floor, shoulder width apart. The knees press into the upper arms and the weight shifts forward, not with speed, but with patience. Then suddenly, the feet lift. You're balancing entirely on your palms, and every stabilizer muscle in your body lights up like a signal fire. Wrists, forearms, shoulders, core, and even the inner thighs, all fighting for unity, all screaming for control. But the real battle is in your mind. Crow pose teaches the body how to stay poised under pressure, how to keep form when instinct tells you to bail. For Shaolin monks, it was a test of courage, the willingness to fall forward and the discipline to catch yourself mid-flight. Here's the key. Don't jump. Let the position reveal itself as your balance improves. Start by placing a cushion in front of you. Lean forward slowly, shifting just enough to lift one foot, then the other. Even holding the position for 2 seconds builds coordination faster than dozens of traditional core workouts. Over time, your body learns to recruit deep core muscles, the ones responsible for real-world control, not just aesthetics. And while this looks like a yoga move, the Shaolin spin made it different. Monks would hold crow pose not just for strength, but to train the mind to stay centered. It was balance under fatigue, calm during war. Common mistakes: trying to muscle through it without proper hand placement, holding the breath, or letting the elbows drift too wide. Keep everything tight, controlled, and focused. Start with 3 attempts of 10 to 15 seconds, gradually increasing hold time. If done consistently, it rewires your body's internal balance system from the inside out. By mastering this, monks gained the ability to stay grounded in mid-air, a skill that translated to faster reflexes, better agility, and unmatched spatial awareness in battle. It's not just about strength, it's about control that makes strength useful. Now that your body has tasted what true balance feels like, it's time to channel that control into movement. This is where next exercise comes in. But before we jump to the next exercise, take a second to hit the subscribe button. This way you can stay updated with our latest videos on health and fitness for people above 50. Number 3 on the list is the bear crawl, and it's not the childish scuttle you might remember from gym class. This is a full-body primal reset, one of the few moves that build strength, coordination, mobility, and cardio endurance, all at the same time, without a single piece of equipment. For the Shaolin monks, this wasn't just a drill. It was a rite of return, a way to retrain the body to move as it was meant to, like an animal, not a chair-bound machine. Monks practiced crawling in all directions, forward, backward, sideways, across temple floors, stone paths, even uphill through forests. Why? Because the bear crawl reconnects upper and lower body strength through the core. Your hands and feet move while your spine stays stable. teaching total body integration and awakening strength patterns that modern life has put to sleep. To do it right, start in a tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Now lift your knees an inch off the ground. This activates your core instantly. Move your opposite hand and foot forward together, keeping your hips low and back flat. Think silent, controlled movement, like you're stalking prey. Breathe in rhythm. Move slow with intent. Then reverse. The secret here is time under tension. Bear crawls light up your shoulders, chest, core, glutes, and legs, all while forcing your stabilizers to work overtime. And because it's low to the ground, it builds joint integrity and real-world functional strength that translates to every other movement. Start with 3 sets of 20 seconds forward, 20 seconds back. Build up to crawling a minute in each direction. Mistakes to avoid: letting the hips rise too high, slapping hands and feet, or rushing through the movement. This is controlled chaos, and with enough practice, it becomes instinctual. Shaolin monks use this to build explosive movement capacity from a rested low stance, crucial in combat. But today, it's even more vital. It reconnects your limbs through the core, repairs your movement IQ, and builds stamina where most people have decay. You've now triggered a primal crawling strength, but the next move, it's where the real shift happens. Skip it, and you'll stay stuck on the ground while others rise into power. Landing at number 2 on the list is the plank to deep squat, a deceptively simple movement that monks use to hardwire fluid strength through the entire body. This wasn't just a warm-up, it was a transitional drill, one that prepared the body to flow between positions with both control and power. In temple training, this exercise wasn't done for reps, it was done for presence, because it forced you to own every inch of the movement. Picture a Shaolin monk rising at dawn. Before the strikes, the stances, the forms, they drop into plank. Core locked, back flat, breathing calm. Then, with complete control, they begin to shift. Hips push back, heels drive forward, and in one seamless motion they land in a deep squat. Feet flat, chest open, ready to spring. This wasn't just mobility training, it was combat preparation. A drill to transition between ground and standing with no wasted motion. The benefits? Immense. You activate your shoulders, wrists, spine, core, hips, knees, and ankles in one motion. The eccentric load in the plank strengthens your upper body and core, while the shift to deep squat mobilizes your lower chain and grounds your balance. Done properly, it trains your nervous system to stay connected through movement, not just when static. Start in a strong plank. Hands under shoulders, glutes tight, heels reaching back. Then, shift your weight back slightly. Push through your hands and slide your feet forward, aiming to land between your hands, heels flat, in a full deep squat. Hold, breathe, then reverse. Do this for 5 slow reps or 30 to 45 seconds of flowing transitions. Each round builds coordination, core control, and deep range mobility. Mistakes to avoid: rushing the movement, letting your heels lift, collapsing your chest. Each rep should feel like a slow morph between animal and warrior. Remember, this is not cardio, it's neural rewiring. You're teaching your body to become fluid under tension, just like monks who had to move seamlessly from stealth to combat in seconds. With time, this single movement teaches you to generate power from the ground, maintain control through your core, and master transitions most people avoid. In Shaolin training, this was often combined with explosive drills, because once you could control the downshift, you could unleash the burst. You've now built dynamic control. The next move complements it by testing how long you can hold that tension. And it's the final and most crucial piece. Next and last on the list is one leg stance. In this, we kick things off with a move that looks simple, but instantly reveals the hidden imbalances your body has been compensating for. The one-leg stance isn't just about balance. It's about rebuilding the foundation of control your body lost when daily life stopped challenging it. Stand tall, lift one leg, hold. That's it. And yet, within seconds, you'll feel the deep stabilizers in your ankle, knee, hip, and core fire like they haven't in years. You're not just standing, you're waking up a network of muscles that silently prevent falls, protect joints, and keep your brain sharp through sensory input. See, after 50, balance doesn't just decline, it deteriorates because modern life stops demanding it. Chairs, shoes, smooth floors, they all remove the need to stabilize. And when you lose that, you lose posture, strength, confidence. The one-leg stance reverses that. It forces your nervous system to relearn how to align and adapt in real time. Every micro-adjustment trains your brain. Every wobble is feedback. Every hold is a signal to your body. I'm still in control. Start with 15 seconds per side, work up to 30, then 60. Want more challenge? Close your eyes, do it barefoot. Turn your head side to side. This isn't just preparation, it's insurance. The older you get, the more your health depends on coordination. And without it, every step becomes a risk. Master this move and you'll step into the rest of the workout with a body that's switched on, not stiff and guessing. Just remember, strength and endurance. After 50 isn't about chasing more, it's about doing what actually works. These movements aren't just exercises, they reawaken systems your body forgot it had. But the real secret, it's what you do next. So if you're serious about lasting results, stick around and watch the next video on your screen.